That's when the microphone works, and it does. Dear Mr. Burჭuladzem, on behalf of the military committee, 2 years have passed since the NATO and military representatives left a little bit. There's one more ally, Finland.
Only for the Ministry of Defense, but I want to congratulate to our society to become a member of EU. We remain committed to carrying out, of course, reforms, and one, let's say, the
Dear Admiral Bauer, military committee representatives, generals, dear guests, it's really an honor for us to host you to Georgia, second times after 2020, and we are in these few countries in which committee with so big representatives of group visited, and I want to thank especially to my friend, dear Admiral Bauer, for that. This is very important for us, not only for the forces, not only for the Ministry of Defense, but for Georgia, for Georgians, and for Georgian society. I want to congratulate to our society yesterday's historic decision for huge path to become a member of, let's say, civilization. To become a member of EU, it's a huge step on our NATO path. And I want to thank for that to our friends, to our partners, and to you, to all of you. As you know, 20% of our territory is occupied by Russia. We had 4 wars in the last 3 decades, including war in Abkhazia, which lasted more than 13 months. And the result of these brutal wars is that 20% of Georgia is occupied by Russia. As the Admiral mentioned, yes, we are together, we were together in Afghanistan. Our soldiers fought shoulder to shoulder in Afghanistan. We have big losses there. We lost 32 soldiers, hundreds are wounded. But we still know what is the value to become a member of security, of civilization. And I want to mention that this year, despite of challenges in the region, this year we hosted 27 exercises, 7 international exercises, starting with the NATO-Georgia exercise in March, then Agile Spirit, and we know what importance has to be together, to be interoperable, and so this is one of the main important issues in which, let's say, we can cross red lines even. And of course, we remain committed to carrying out comprehensive reforms to boost defense, resilience and resistance capabilities. And we will continue, of course, reforms. And one, let's say, the main and historic reforms, I mean, institutionally, was to apply and to publish defense code, which we apply to Parliament this year, and we have approval, and we issue defense code, which is, let's say, main institutionally regulatory of our future. And of course, as I mentioned, trainings, exercises is very important for us. So again, I want to thank you, and I wish you all the best in Georgia, in your personal life, in your career, and in our, let's say, mutual target. Thank you very much again.
დღეს შედგა ნატოს სამხედრო კომიტეტის რიგით მეხუთე ვიზიტი საქართველოში, რომელიც კიდევ ერთი ნათელი დადასტურებაა იმის, რომ ნატო-საქართველოს თანამშრომლობა ვითარდება თანმიმდევრულად და დინამიურად, რაც განსაკუთრებით მნიშვნელოვანია საქართველოსა და რეგიონში შექმნილი რთული უსაფრთხოების გარემოს გათვალისწინებით. ვიზიტის ფარგლებში ნატოს სამხედრო კომიტეტთან გაიმართა ერთობლივი სხდომა, სადაც განვიხილეთ რეგიონში არსებული უსაფრთხოების გარემო და ალიანსთან თანამშრომლობის მნიშვნელოვანი ასპექტები. კომიტეტის წევრებმა დადებითად შეაფასეს საქართველოს თავდაცვის ტრანსფორმაციის პროცესში მიღწეული პროგრესი და საერთაშორისო სტანდარტების შესაბამისად განვითარებული საწვრთნელი ინფრასტრუქტურა და შესაძლებლობები. მათ ერთად აღნიშნეს საერთაშორისო ოპერაციებში მონაწილე ქართული ქვედანაყოფების სამაგალითო თავდადება, საბრძოლო მზადყოფნა და ნატოსთან თავსებადობის მაღალი დონე.
Thank you, Major General Matiashvili. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be back in Georgia. Since the Military Committee's last visit to Georgia in 2021, we have held a number of meetings to discuss our cooperation, most recently this May at the NATO headquarters. But to come to Tbilisi and hold a meeting here sends a clear signal. NATO's partnership with Georgia is important to us. I want to thank you, Major General Matiashvili, and through you also Minister Bουρჭulαძემ, for the discussions we had this morning and today in the Military Committee on NATO-Georgia practical cooperation. During our Military Committee meeting, we discussed the security situation in and around Georgia with a focus on the Black Sea region. We received a briefing on the progress in your defense reforms and the Georgian Defense Forces transformation. And we discussed NATO's cooperation with Georgia through the substantial NATO-Georgia package. We are committed to working together in support of Georgia's ambitious reform program.